Hillary Clinton famously said she would put a lot of coal miners out of work. In contrast, as the first new coal mine in recent memory opened this week, President Trump sent a video message promising more jobs were on the way. We traveled to Trump country, rural Pennsylvania, to find out what the newfound support from the White House means. The spinning grinder is the sound of money and jobs returning to southwest Pennsylvania. 3 years after the bottom fell out of the coal market, Corsa Coal is celebrating the first mine opening these parts have seen in years.
Sold for about $150 per ton. That's up about double from where it was about a year ago.
Corsa Coal CEO George Dethelson says the new administration changes everything.
The tone of government has completely changed. Coal is no longer a four-letter word. Fossil fuels are encouraged, and that's a great thing for our economy. The regulations have been eased. We're talking about tax cuts, possibly infrastructure spending. All of those are just great for our business.
And while President Trump didn't come, even the Democratic governor of Pennsylvania looked on as he delivered a message during the mine's opening ceremony.
When I campaigned for president, I said that we would end the war on coal and put our incredible miners, and that's what you are, you're incredible, back to work.
This coal seam is only about 4 feet thick, so eventually men will spend an entire 8 to 10 hour shift miles deep with just this much clearance. It is dark, dangerous, tough work, telling the economy here in Pennsylvania that for the 70 jobs in this mine, they had more than 400 applicants.
It's a hard day's work every day, but it's worth it.
At the Coal Miners Cafe in town, Betty Rhodes remembers the boom times and knows one mine opening won't bring them back.
We probably had more than 700 guys working in the area. And they'd come in and get their thermoses filled. They'd come in and get their lunches to go, 3 different shifts. They always, it was a stop they'd make, and then when the mine started closing, that was all gone.
Let's bring in R.J. Harris, 580 on your AM dial up in coal country, Harrisburg, PA. R.J., great to see you.
Great to be here.
How bad are things still in Pennsylvania? Is it still as bad as it was when President Trump was running, or is it slowly coming back?
It's slowly coming back. In fact, the unemployment numbers continue to get better. So, and Governor Wolf has obviously embraced that as well. But I think there's a real optimistic tone, and this is a great shot in the arm for us.
Interestingly enough, this comes during Infrastructure Week, when the president really wanted to focus on bringing jobs back. At the same time, you had most of the media here in Washington certainly focused on the Comey hearings, the fallout from the Comey hearings. Which one are your listeners focused on? Really,
infrastructure and day-to-day living. Most of the people on Thursday went to work as they always do and did what they do for a living and really didn't see one bit of the Comey hearings.
Something that struck me in this story up in coal country. They had 70 jobs at the mine, 400 applicants. They think there's going to be about another 400 or 500 trickle-down jobs from the economic shot in the arm, word you used. They have a big problem filling those jobs because so many of the applicants can't pass the drug test. So how do you solve this crisis? In order to solve the opioid crisis, you need jobs. In order to have jobs, you got to be clean.
Well, as in the rest of the country, the opioid crisis in Pennsylvania is out of control. And one of the problems that we have in coal mining territory is, I think you referenced it in your report, it's a back-breaking job, literally. And there are a lot of folks who have issues and became addicted to opioids because of the problem of coal mining to begin with and what it takes out of you. So I don't know how you fix that problem.
That's the great part about being a journalist. Someone told me we just have to have the questions, not the answers. We're looking at the coal mines right now coming back online. I wanted to play what Senator Schumer said just as President Trump talked about this plant and pulled us out of the Paris Agreement.
Future generations will look back on this decision as a failure of historic proportions. President Trump's decision to withdraw is also a sucker punch to American workers, who should be building the next generation of wind turbines and solar panels. Now other countries, including China, our economic rival, will seize the mantle of innovation and clean energy away from America.
I'm guessing most of your listeners don't feel sucker punched.
Not at all. In fact, I believe that he's wrong. I'm an all-of-the-above kind of guy, and I think that Senator Schumer can't be serious. All you have to do is look at the real numbers and know that we are decades, if not longer, away from being not dependent on fossil fuels. Wind and solar is a dream at the moment. We have some wind in Pennsylvania, and it's not going to get us anywhere near where we need to be in terms of energy output.
Or in terms of jobs, depending on what statistics you look at. This brings up an important political question. Pennsylvania has always been coal country, but it's also been Democrat country for a very long time. President Trump changed that. Are Democrats winning any hearts and minds with their current policies and their current sort of view towards the president's infrastructure and jobs plans?
Even though I'm a Republican, my great-grandfather was the Ninth Ward party boss of the Democrats in Reading, Pennsylvania, and he would be a Republican today. The Republican Party left people, the hard-working conservative people, years ago, and that's who the Trumpers are. They also voted, the older ones voted for Ronald Reagan. This is just kind of history repeating itself. The Democrat Party and all its liberal views left those people a long time ago.
R.J. Harris, always appreciate your insights here. You can listen online, on the radio as well, up in coal country.